We have been given approval.
Ooh. Here we go.
Okay, so they had to whitelist our YouTube page, which means they're giving our page an okay to run clips. And if it's NFL Films giving us the whitelist of our, we could abuse this right now. We could run a top 5 highlights right now from the 2021 NFL season, because they had to put us on a list that they won't give us a strike and try to take down our video and our business if we run this clip from Hard Knocks that they just sent to us. Does that make sense, AJ?
Yeah, the Colts gave you permission.
No. NFL Films.
Oh, okay. All right, continue.
Very nice of them, by the way, to do that. Now, my immediate thought was, okay, run the clip and then top 5 highlights real quick, and then we just kind of get into that thing. Could you imagine if we had NFL rights, by the way? I have numerous times. Takes this show to a hilarious level. If we were able to have our own top 5, top 10, and everything like that. But ladies and gentlemen, that'll be one day down the road. There's a lot of money for those things. Hard Knocks with the Colts is tonight. Here is a glimpse into the action that you'll be able to watch on HBO. A PMS exclusive.
You had random drug testing today?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the.
I had to get Gary right.
They saw your cartoon character on TV. They said y'all saw this cartoon character. How big his arms are? All his cartoon.
The Heem cartoon was going crazy too.
No, not like yours. Though. Yours look like you. Yours come up.
Yeah, Naheem looked like he was like 6'2", 215.
In my head, that's what I am though. In my head.
It's okay. You standing on your wallet. Hey, when you standing on your wallet, you're 6'6".
Can't hide it. Hey, how about it? Wow. How about it?
I didn't even know this was happening.
Well, I think maybe you were in a majority. That's why they said, hey, is there any way you could potentially talk about this a little bit? And that is, I like the thing about Hard Knocks is you get a chance to actually experience what a conversation is like. The trust that has to be built up, though, between the crew and the staff to have those natural environments and that you forget that pan, tilt, zoom camera is even there is paramount. Joining us now, former head coach of the team that is being spotlighted in Hard Knocks tonight, has probably been in that exact room talking shit to who knows who. Ladies and gentlemen, Chuck Pagano. Wow!
Beautiful.
And Hard Knocks tonight, in season. That has to be a tough sell to the coaches, and it feels like at some point in every Hard Knocks, all the coaches, all the players just are comfortable with it, and they forget the cameras are even there. What do you think we should look forward to? And if you were a coach, how do you think that entire process would go?
Yeah, I think it's a lot better maybe now than it used to be. I think they've earned, people's trust over the years because, like you were talking about before, you don't want anything out, and so you're basically letting these people have a front row seat to everything you're doing, all your conversations, all your meetings, all your preparation to practice, and so you get really nervous about that. And it was like, hey, they're talking to us about Hard Knocks. Hell no, we ain't doing no Hard Knocks, just because of that, and you're so worried and guarded about what you want to say when the cameras are on. And all those kind of things. So, I think it's going to be cool. They'll do a great job. Again, they've come a long way with that stuff. And I think, the great thing it gives, the fans, especially the Indianapolis fans, but everybody, the fans of the National Football League, just like I said, a front door seat. You're behind closed doors, and you get to see, especially in season, a team preparing, for a game and get to see the ins and outs of what's going on in team meetings and practice and individual meetings and all the things that the head coach is talking to the assistants about. So there's some really good stuff. And again, they'll do a great job of filtering out what they need to filter out.
Chuck, why do you think, especially NFL coaches, college coaches too, college football, are some of the most paranoid people on the planet?
Ever.
Yeah, it's so hard to win, at this level. I remember I was in college for 17 years before I broke into the National Football League, and we had the convention, National Coaches Convention. As staffs, we used to go visit other staffs that, were either running the same, schemes schematically. We were running offense, defense, special teams, maybe some, a scheme that we wanted to go. But the doors were always open in college. People weren't nervous about it because, there's so many teams, and you probably visited teams that you weren't going to play, every year, in your conference, things like that. But the National Football League, I mean, paranoia, yeah, runs rampant. You know, nobody talks. You know, you try to get on the phone. You've got friends and things, but you're not talking about football. You're not talking about X's and O's. I think everybody has, you know, one, maybe two guys that they can, you know, sit down and have a football conversation with, and it doesn't go any further than that. But just, you know, it's so damn difficult to win in the league, and you're trying to, you know, keep it a secret, you know, what you're doing in all three phases and how you're going to approach a game and what you're doing schematically. It's bad because it's hard to, you know, keep developing and keep learning, you know, in that respect. But they count on you just to be able to look at the tape and figure it out on your own.
Hey, Chuck, we've heard some hilarious stories about people trying to gain an edge. And obviously the Patriots are at the spotlight of, you know, all those investigations. But I remember some hilarious tales, not of anybody on our coaching staff, obviously. It always seemed to be, a friend of mine who coaches or a friend of mine who coaches, whether it is at hotels and trash cans where other teams are staying, trying to find anything that was potentially thrown away or left behind. How about in windy days where a call sheet is potentially blowing and somebody's sending hey, go get that fucking call sheet.